My name is Jessica Evans. I'm the President and CEO of the San Bruno Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to the 2012 installation of the Board of Directors and State of the City Address. First, I'd like to thank our host and new chamber members, Cleo's Brazilian Steakhouse. We are always happy to see new restaurants succeed downtown and are grateful to have a San Bruno location for this annual event. Special thanks also go to our President Circle sponsors, Artichoke Joe's and San Mateo Credit Union. I'd like to thank Mayor Jim Ruane for delivering his State of the City address today and for graciously assisting us with this important event. Also thanks to Miriam Shalit, who probably doesn't want me to thank her for being the AV guru that she is and helping us with this. I'm also grateful for this strong working relationship we have with the city staff and council. Finally, I want to thank our volunteers and staff, Flory Vasquez, Allison Wilson, Josh Vela, and Carolyn Livengood. At this time, I would like to invite the Honorable Mayor Jim Ruane to present the State of the City address.
I know that Jessica introduced the city manager and all of the staff today, but I have to do it again, and I'm not going to do it individually. I just want to say you as a city are very, very lucky to have this dedicated staff run by a very dedicated and a special city manager. This has been quite an experience for us every day for a little city, but what we've been through the last 18 months, it's quite extraordinary. So once again, city staff. Then in the background, I have my own staff. I have my wife, Noreen, my daughter, Stephanie, and my son, Jim, and their families who have supported me for quite a while here. So good afternoon. I'm very pleased to be here today, and it's great to have such a large crowd to support the Chamber of Commerce and our city. As I have often said over the past year and a half, I am the very proud mayor of the wonderful city of San Bruno. It is a real pleasure to be here to congratulate the new San Bruno Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. It is wonderful to have this opportunity to deliver the state of the city this year in this beautifully renovated Cleo's restaurant in downtown San Bruno. Very nice job. My comments today will highlight the progress and some of the most important developments, issues, and accomplishments in our city over the past year, including our efforts to assure rebuilding of the Crestmore neighborhood and the recovery of our community in the wake of the gas pipeline explosion and fire just 1.5 years ago. I will also discuss the outlook for our city during the coming year. First, I want to focus on some of the exciting developments, businesses, and city projects that are currently underway. Over the past several years, we, like virtually every other community in California and throughout the nation, have seen new development at a standstill due to recessionary economy. People were not remodeling their homes. Several large developments were stalled due to lack of financing. Some businesses were forced to close their doors, and the Treetops apartment complex at the top of our hill sat vacant and abandoned. Fortunately for San Bruno, at last, we are beginning to see significant new activity in the development arena. In the residential sector, Lennar Homes recently broke ground on the 14-home Cedar Mills subdivision on the corner of Cedar Avenue and Pepper Drive. This development will be followed soon by the completion of the final 12 homes at the Skycrest subdivision next door to the Lenardi's Market at the top of San Bruno Avenue. Most exciting for us is the long-awaited renovation of the Treetop Apartments, now known as Pacific Bay Vistas. Following a groundbreaking ceremony last month, construction is now moving ahead very quickly. The new clubhouse has already been framed, and we are expecting that the first residents of the newly renovated complex will move in as early as this August. Renovation of all 308 apartments should be completed by summer 2013. Perhaps the most important and positive indicator of the local economic story has to do with what is going on in the Bay Hill office area. Bay Hill is now home to some of the world's largest and most successful companies. YouTube recently completed a $6 million renovation of their headquarters, now located in the former Gap offices, in order to accommodate their expanding workforce. In addition, Google, their parent company, recently secured leases for a large amount of additional office space in the Bay Hill area. Just to the south of YouTube, Walmart.com officially became a San Bruno company within the past year, moving in over 1,000 new employees. Last and certainly not least, Cisco Systems continues to make innovative products in San Bruno. These large companies anchor many new mid-sized and startup companies in the Bay Hill area, including Stella and Dot, Providence Funding, and Loot Drop. The companies at Bay Hill note that San Bruno's location, amenities, and supporting businesses attract them to this location. Try to grab a sandwich or lunch in any one of the several great restaurants in the Bay Hill Shopping Center during noon hour, and you will readily see just how popular this location is. And I certainly hope it will trickle down to San Mateo Avenue. Region-wide office vacancy rates are declining, and they continue to be particularly low in Bay Hill. We look forward to welcoming even more new companies to fill remaining office space and continued improvement in the economy. In terms of public improvements, the new Caltrain grade separation is beginning to take shape. It is planned to be complete by the summer of 2013. The project will elevate the tracks running through much of the city, providing safer crossings and a new elevated station that will anchor future development in the downtown transit corridor. Although we have another year of heavy construction and disruption to deal with, we look forward to the project providing not only the safety improvements, but a truly striking gateway to our community, our city. Despite Caltrain's real and serious financial challenges that have forced some station closures, the new San Bruno station will remain open. This new station area is a critical element in the city's downtown revitalization efforts. There are also exciting projects being led by the city. In order to assure adequate recreational facilities for our community, the city has committed over $1 million of park facility fees collected from new development to create a new all-weather synthetic turf at Lions Field. Lions Field is an older baseball field next door to Bel Air School in the eastern part of our city. The new synthetic field will resolve long-standing drainage issues and allow for year-round use by youth and adult sports leagues. Construction is well underway now, and the field will be ready for use later this year. On El Camino Real, the city will soon begin a second phase of median island rehabilitation to improve 6 more medians. This work is intended to further enhance the appearance of the community and create a positive statement about the character and quality of San Bruno. San Bruno Cable, the city's own cable television and high-speed internet company, continues to evolve with a quickly changing industry. In order to serve the needs of business customers, our cable staff recently completed a 2-year project to provide dedicated internet access to businesses in Tanforan, Bay Hill, and businesses on the Airport Trade Center along Sneath Lane. Companies including Provident Funding, Stella and Dot, Prudential Realty, and even the San Bruno Park School District now enjoy these services. Overall, more than 100 businesses here in San Bruno now use both internet and telephone service provided by San Bruno Cable, including our own San Bruno Chamber of Commerce. While San Bruno and the region as a whole are certainly not out of the woods in terms of the economic climate, the positive trends are offering some limited good news for city revenues. Our recent mid-year financial status report shows that both sales tax and hotel-motel tax are increasing a little bit. In addition, with hotel occupancies finally creeping just above pre-September 2001 levels, we're beginning to hear from hotel operators looking for new locations in our area. We remain optimistic that we will, in fact, realize our dream to site a quality hotel at the crossings. As has been the case so often over the past decade, even positive news about the city's financial situation seems inevitably to come with new challenges. This year, it is a big one for San Bruno and for other cities throughout California. The recent California Supreme Court decision to uphold the legislature's elimination of redevelopment is dealing a serious blow to our ability to improve our financial situation and our ability to continue projects and programs to revitalize the community and stimulate local economic growth. Some of the things you see on the TV here, the crossing and some of the other developments could not have happened without redevelopment. It is a serious blow to our city and other cities like ours. In San Bruno, redevelopment facilitated a number of critical projects such as construction of the crossing, affordable housing units at the crossing, the San Bruno BART police facility, commercial facade improvements in downtown, El Camino Real landscape median improvements, rehabilitation of streets and sidewalk repairs. In addition, we had planned to use redevelopment to provide new infrastructure necessary to support additional new businesses and development in the downtown and transit corridors plan area. At this time, we anticipate that new projects will be delayed or will not happen at all because of this loss. The best we can hope for is that the state creates a new tool for local economic growth. However, given the state's track record and budget problems of their own, we are not expecting anything to happen soon. In addition to hurting the city's long-term economic growth, the city will be forced to make some tough decisions in the coming months and decide whether we can continue to provide crucial programs like code enforcement that have previously relied on redevelopment funding. As before, we will need to face the financial challenges head-on in order to minimize impact to our residents. Lastly, I want to provide an update on the rebuilding of the Crestmore neighborhood that was devastated by the September 9, 2010 pipeline explosion and fire, and our efforts to achieve full community-wide recovery. In the Crestmore neighborhood, where 38 homes were totally destroyed, construction of 13 new homes is proceeding quickly. In fact, I'm delighted to report that we expect the first of these new homes to be occupied in the next few weeks, as our residents return to their neighborhood after a year and a half away. We expect groundbreaking for another 7 homes within the next few months. The city is working aggressively to rebuild and upgrade the infrastructure in the surrounding Crestmore area. This will include new streets, sidewalks, street lights, and underground water and sewer lines. Later this year, we will be rebuilding the nearby park and replanting the Crestmore Canyon. The city is continuing to coordinate closely with residents of the Crestmore neighborhood, with community meetings, and with the launch of a new website about the rebuilding efforts. You can see it for yourself by going to rebuildcrestmore.org. Fortunately, we were able to secure agreement with PG&E to establish a trust fund to pay the costs of the Crestmore neighborhood restoration and rebuilding, along with all of the extraordinary costs the city is continuing to incur related to the incident and its aftermath. As we see this work through over the next few years, we are also focused on assuring that the entire community of San Bruno recovers and restores its positive identity and its legacy as a safe, secure, and peaceful community. We are mindful of the impact that the events of September 9th and since have had on our entire community. With the completion of the National Transportation Safety Board investigation last summer and the events of September 9th in our community, now the call to action for pipeline safety, we continue to do everything we can to advocate for the necessary natural gas industry and regulatory improvements. We traveled to New Orleans last fall to attend a pipeline safety conference, and we are monitoring and participating in activities at the California Public Utilities Commission and elsewhere. In closing, I am proud to say with confidence that San Bruno has never been stronger. And I will say again that I have never been more proud of the San Bruno community, our city staff, and my colleagues on the San Bruno City Council, who work together as a team and whose abiding interest is the well-being and continuing improvement of the San Bruno community. I am hopeful that the trend toward positive economic news will continue through and beyond 2012, and that this will be a great year for the city and our business community. Our continuing partnership with the Chamber and with our business community is vital to the future of San Bruno. I look forward to working with you, and I encourage you as leaders in our community to remain engaged as we navigate the ever-changing challenges ahead. Once again, thank you for your interest and for the invitation to speak with you today, and congratulations to the new Chamber Board of Directors. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor Ruane. At this time, I will call up Mayor Ruane again, along with the Board of Directors. As I call your name, please come forward. Nicole Blanco, the Shops at Tanforan. Mark Burra, Slip Free Option. Joe Capote, Alan Pinnell Realtors. Gwen Daly, Adecco. Michelle Enriquez da Silva, San Mateo Credit Union. Jim O'Dowd, O'Dowd Plumbing and Radiant Heat. Johnny Patterson, Sunspa. Kirsten Pinocchi, Recology San Bruno. Robert Rico, Community Member at Large, Vincent Solano, Molly Stones, and Rosalind Yu, Worldwide Chiropractic. Mayor Ruane, you may now begin the installation ceremony.
All right, to the new board. You have been elected to the Board of Directors of the San Bruno Chamber of Commerce. This honor reflects the caring that you have about San Bruno in general, and in particular the success of its business community. Your fellow San Bruno Chamber of Commerce members have asked you to accept the challenge of leading the Chamber and are placing their trust in you to move this organization forward and to work to accomplish its mission to promote and enhance the economic growth and vitality of San Bruno businesses and the community. By accepting this challenge, you are committing yourself to the hard work that leadership entails. You will be responsible for ensuring the continued success of this 70-year-old organization. Do you accept this commitment? They all said I do. Okay. Congratulations. And to Kirsten. Kirsten Benoki, as the incoming board chair, it is my privilege to present you with a gavel as a symbol of office. In accepting this gavel and the leadership it symbolizes, you are accepting the ultimate challenge of leading this organization in the areas you have chosen for this year. I know that your year will be successful and that you will serve with distinction. It actually says distraction, but distinction. Do you accept this challenge?
I do.
Congratulations. Kirsten.
I don't see it. Where? Sorry. I brought it. Can you get it right there? It's folded. Thought it was going to be in the binder. No, stay with me. Thanks. As the incoming chair of the board, it is with great pleasure that I share with you some of the exciting directions that the Chamber is planning for this year. The San Bruno Chamber of Commerce was founded in 1942, which means this year the Chamber is proud to be celebrating its 70th anniversary. Over the past year, we've expanded our membership by numbers by 11%, which is no small feat considering chambers throughout California are down by 8%. We're going to continue to grow our membership numbers and services so that we don't only bring in new members, but we retain the ones that we currently have and help adapt and grow. As many of you have heard, the Farmers Market is moving to a new venue this year, which will greatly increase the attendance at the Sunday market. Our Merchant at the Market program will have a much bigger impact for the members who rent booths from us. Imagine reaching thousands of potential customers rather than just a handful. We are partnering once again with Pacific Coast Farmers Market, who have already gotten commitments from many more vendors than we've had in the past. This in no way means that we are giving up on San Mateo Avenue. Our historic downtown will bounce back, and the Chamber has every intention of being a key component in its comeback. In the immediate future, we're planning a planting partnership with the Avenue merchants so that trees and flowers are continually maintained and we all have an avenue to be proud of. On other fronts, we've established a partnership with the Spark Point Center at Skyline College. This partnership is called the Entrepreneurs Institute and is an educational program for small business owners in San Bruno. We'll be offering courses like how to write a business plan and making the most out of social media. We know that with some assistance, our small and home-based businesses can continue to thrive in San Bruno, and these classes are going to be offered in the spring. We've also, as a city, been fortunate enough to attract large companies such as Gap, YouTube, and most recently, Walmart.com. This coming year, we'll be forging new partnerships with our big business neighbors. Several of these larger companies have already expressed interest in becoming involved with community-based philanthropic and educational programs and have specifically reached out to the Chamber to find out how they can do so. So we will continue to be the gateway for good corporate citizenship. In lieu of the directory this year, we will be developing a map for those fortunate enough to visit our fine city. We will be contacting our members for advertising opportunities, and you can look forward to this map in the summer. This year will also bring positive changes to our website. We have contracted with a web developer called Chamber Masters to create a comprehensive and interactive Chamber website that will showcase our members and all the offerings the Chamber has, and this will launch in early April. Last but not least, we're happy to announce that once again we have the Ambassador Committee. And we have some of our wonderful ambassadors here today, if you wouldn't mind raising your hand. We have a couple. They're throughout the room. They will be greeting new members and touching base with those of you who have been with us for a while. I am looking forward to this coming year and working with our talented board of directors and our passionate CEO to bring the San Bruno Chamber of Commerce to an exciting new level. We always welcome feedback from our members, and I encourage you to contact the office to let us know how we're doing. Thank you.
Well, folks, we're almost done, and we're almost done early, so we can stay and enjoy maybe a second glass of wine, perhaps. I just want to briefly mention a few opportunities that the Chamber has coming up in addition to what Kirsten just mentioned. First, we're going to be partnering with San Bruno Patch to offer a business corner blog. Martin Ricard is here, and he and I just talked earlier about instituting this on Wednesday. So day after tomorrow, we're going to be launching our first business corner blog. This is a feature that will run online weekly and is available only to Chamber members. It's an opportunity to feature you and your business to thousands of local readers. Also, our revamped Chamber members newsletter is now being distributed to almost 500 businesses on a bi-monthly basis. You're welcome to use this as a vehicle for promoting your business by advertising or submitting articles. Our morning networks are monthly morning mixers which feature member speakers. It's a great way of getting the word out about your product or service. Our next morning network will be March 14th from 7:45 to 9 a.m. at Never Too Latte, and we'll feature our own Dr. Simon Yu from Worldwide Chiropractic. We've been seeing a lot of new businesses open on San Mateo Avenue, and we'll be welcoming yet another Yenis Dance Studio in a fun ribbon cutting and mixer on the evening of March 29th at 588 San Mateo Avenue. Everyone who brings a potential member will be entered to win an iPod. So please bring a potential member. Finally, I would encourage you to consider the President's Circle program. This is a very effective means of supporting the Chamber and getting a lot of benefits for that, which far exceed the actual dollar amount of your investment. So thank you all for your attendance, and I look forward to working with all of you in 2012. Thank you.
Drop a pebble in the water, and the wave will reach the shore.